Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Scorbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. So we're going to be doing a tarot scope for the sign of Taurus. And this is for people who have a sun in Taurus or an ascendant in Taurus or perhaps a moon in Taurus. Now we're going to pick some oracle cards to start, and then we're going to do a reading for using the Celtic cross. Now I'm using the Illuminated Earth Oracle deck, and Taurus is a sign that's ruled by Venus, and Venus is actually very close to Mars at this time, and is going to be making in July is going to be making a opposition to Saturn and a square to Uranus, just like Mars has, actually. And I believe we also have a Venus-Mars conjunction this month. Let me just double check on that. So we are having a Venus-Mars conjunction also in July, which starts a 2-year synodic cycle. And it's going to be occurring in the sign of Leo, which will be significant for those Leos out there. But also, we have to remember that Uranus is in Taurus. And so Taurus is always, with Uranus there, Taurus is always being challenged by the unexpected. And Taurus does not like the unexpected. So if you Taurus folk out there are feeling waiting for the other shoe to drop, don't worry, there'll be plenty of shoes dropping. You don't have to wait for the other one. You've heard of raining cats and dogs. For Taurus, it's like raining shoes right now. All right, so let's take a look. Let's pick 3 oracle cards and see what the message is for Taurus. We have the card of protection. The card of protection here. The card of source. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? And fire. Fire. Give me a moment with these cards. So we have the card of protection. Oops, sorry. I can't see what I'm doing. Protection, and then we have the card of source, and we have fire. Fire. And so I feel as though many of you Tauruses could feel like that you need protection, that you need a certain amount of protection. We can see this woman has this sort of shawl over her. She's holding a little, looks like a little lamb or a little goat in her hand. And she has a hand mark over her mouth. And so there is a feeling, and we can see by her eyes that she's sort of being very aware of her environment in an attempt to protect. And you know how I said all the shoes are dropping, all these little red, they look like feathers, but they're red marks coming down. So there is a natural sense of feeling like you're being, something is raining down on you, and it's making you feel somewhat insecure. The reminder that you are never alone and that all change is there for your good. With the source card here, we can see that we're connected through these vibrational and like a net of light here, a net of light. And so know that even though you feel as though you are not safe, you actually are protected through your connection to source. So it's important that you access that. It's not necessarily about as much about the physical as it is about the spiritual, and knowing that you are connected to that. And then we have the fire card, which is about spirit, which is about spirit. And fire is transformational. And so it's not it's good to be a little bit protective, self-protective. But you don't want to allow it to close you down. You don't want to allow it to close you down. You want to, while you can protect yourself from people and the outside world, the inside world, your connection to your source needs to be open, so that the fires of transformation can burn away that which no longer serves. Okay, so let's see what the tarot cards say, and I'm going to be using the Illuminati deck, right? The Illuminati deck. So let's do. So this is for Taurus, Taurus rising, and Taurus moon, and Venus, just like Mars, the first 3 days of July, Mars does its little dance with Saturn and Uranus. The second week, or maybe not the second full week, but the next week after the third, so from the 4th to the end of the week, that's when Venus goes through the gauntlet of Saturn and Uranus. And that could be when you're feeling especially put upon. And then the next week we have Mars and Venus make a conjunction for that new the new start of the synodic cycle. And Mars and Venus is how we relate in relationships, how we relate to ourselves. And in Leo, it really is about creative self-expression and shining your light. So, all right, let's see here. And as I do this, there's a little hummingbird just outside my window, reminding us to feel the joy in every moment. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles here, the Two of Pentacles. So a very Taurus, right? Trying to balance the scales here. There's a lot of tumultuousness. There's a lot of emotionality. Your ships are coming in, but they're sort of tossed by the sea. Will they make it into safe harbor? Will they crash into the rocks? How can I keep my balance? All questions that Taurus is asking. So you're kind of doing your best to keep your balance through this very emotionally turbulent time. Let's see what the challenge is here. There are people that are doing things that are not on the up and up. And so you need to stay aware. That first card that we had, interestingly enough, she's sort of looking around and saying, I need to be aware. I need to be aware of what's going on around me, because I feel like this is not a safe situation, or something is awry. And that's exactly what this Seven of Swords is telling you. So while you're trying to get your feet, there are people around you who are trying to not be on the up and up. Let's see what's underneath it all. We have the Death card. We have so death oftentimes usually doesn't mean death. It usually means change. And so this is Taurus is trying to find its feet, in a time of great change. And the Death card is associated with Scorpio, the opposite sign of Taurus. So there's always, with Taurus, there's always this sort of push-pull with life and death. It is the axis of life and death, Taurus, Scorpio. Scorpio at the bottom here, saying that things are going to change. And you have to keep your balance through it, and you have to keep your eyes open through it. In the past, we have, oh, sorry, I almost dropped it. We have the Queen of Cups. This is a sense of comfort. There can be a sense of sort of wanting to go back to the past, wanting to feel that comfort. But the Queen of Cups is also a card of intuition and somebody who can see things even if they're not evident, right? She can see into the cup. Um, and I don't know if in this deck if the cup is closed. Yes, the cup is closed. So you see the cup has a cover on it. And yet she knows what's in the cup. So there have been in the past senses and intuitions and intimations about what's coming up that you know. So if you had these intuitions that something was about to happen, or something's going to go, or something's going to break, or even you might even know what it is, I would say trust it. Trust the intuitions that you've had in the past. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Wheel of Fortune at the top and the Death card at the bottom. Change, change, change. So change is happening. Change is happening. You cannot get around it this month, Taurus. In the immediate future, we have the Prince of Wands. Of course, this would kind of be the card for the month, right? But the Prince of Wands is about somebody who is going on an adventure. And so what I want you to know is that all the change that's happening to you is just putting you on a new road. And that new road is a road of adventure. That new road is a road of inspiration, right? And getting out there and living your life. And so the time of sort of just staying at home and hunkering down seems to be coming to an end. Let's see how it's seen from the outside. Everybody else sees it as a new beginning for you. You may feel a little different about it. Let's see your domestic situation. The Empress. The Empress. Oh my God, what a beautiful card. Venus ruled, just like Taurus. Venus ruled. So there's a lot of, this is Mother Nature. I want you to spend as much time as you possibly can out of doors. Out of doors. Stay away from media. Stay away from media. Spend your time outdoors. Utilize your own intuition. Change is coming for you. Change is coming for you. Hopes and fears, endings and beginnings. Well, of course everybody fears that. Even things that are bad, when they end, it's a new thing, and it feels uncomfortable because Taurus is all about stability and holding fast and building a root system. But right now, Taurus is getting yanked out of the ground. The plant is getting yanked out of the ground and replanted in a new place. And we have the outcome as the Three of Pentacles. This is working with other people, to create something good. I just got interrupted with lunch, which is perfect when you're doing a reading on Taurus, because Taurus loves to eat. The outcome, the Three of Pentacles, you're going to have new opportunities to work with people who are very good at what they do, just like you're very good at what you do. You know what you're good at. You know how to manifest. This is very much a positive card. Finding work that will sustain you, not just financially, right? Which of course is always going to be paramount in Taurus, but also spiritually. Spiritually fulfilling work. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Eight of Swords. There's going to be a certain amount of the way that you think about things. This is a card of fear and feeling trapped by your mind. And yet, she is able to get through this utilizing her intuition. The Prince of Pentacles. So this is waiting for things to come to fruition. So your previous work, all the previous work that you've done, that is not quite ready, but is growing. And you need to nurture that as well. And let's see what's underneath it all. Sorry, I have this next to so what's underneath it all is the Five of Pentacles, which you might say, as a Taurus, but really, what this is the card of miracles. And if you concentrate on the lack, you will have lack. If you concentrate on your connection to spirit and your ability to manifest what you need, your essential needs, you will have your essential needs met. So this is a real leap of faith for you Tauruses this month. All right, I am going to go finish my lunch like a good Venus in Taurus, and have yourself a great month. Like and subscribe, and I will be here again next month for the Taroscope for Taurus for August. Much love. Ciao.